I'm Sunny Sun. I'm from School of Accounting and Finance, and I basically teach accounting. Activities? Yes, I do a lot of activities in math lectures because I cannot talk for like 2 hours, 3 hours in a row. In the past, I used like games, think, pay, and share, role playing. I believe these are the special ones I've been using. For example, in a game, I would like to ask the students to stand up at the beginning of the class. Then I throw out a series of questions, asking them to decide whether it's true or false. Then I ask those who cannot answer the question correctly, not answer the question correctly, to sit down, and then the survivors can continue the game until the last. And at the final stage, I'll give the survivors a few like small prizes, so they will be happy, and physically they will be moving around so they can sort of warm up a little bit. So that's the game I've been using for years. And on the other hand, I also use Think, Pay, and Share, which I learned from the EDC workshop. This is very useful, especially for the big classes, because in a big class sometimes it's difficult for everybody to talk. Therefore, I'll ask them to think about one thing they learned from the lecture, then share with a neighbor. Then I will nominate a few representatives to talk in the class. And last but not least, one of the interesting things I always love to use is a role playing. For example, when we teach the inventory flows of merchandising inventory system, I ask the students to act as the inventory. Then ask them to move in front of the class. Then they will be sold out first, or they will be kept in the warehouse first. By doing that, I let the students know how do we cost the inventories when they move out. So that's basically what I've been doing with the math lectures. Over the last 2 years, there was a great invention called uReply, and I believe all the polyurers should have known that already. uReply is a platform that facilitates the communication between students and the lecturers, especially, for example, when I found the students are not so clear about one concept, I actually can throw a question immediately in the class and then let them explain to me how they feel about this specific concept. And also I use uReply to play with the so-called peer instruction idea. This was great because the uReply can help me or facilitate the peer instruction operation. In particular, it saves a lot of time and effort. And also, the great thing about it is I can have the reports downloaded, then I can analyze the reports. I'll see how the students do before, after the peer instruction to see the impact on peer instruction. And also, uReply definitely can be applied to my traditional activities like the games, true or false games, and multiple choices, and even asking questions. I can ask the students to do think, pair, and share by even using the uReply platform. So it's great.